Last night I had seen something, I'm pretty sure we all had seen something that was quite unfortunate. Frankly, it infuriated me. So this was about the actress, podcaster, and activist Jodie Sweetin, who is best known for her role as the middle child Stephanie on the hit sitcom Full House. I've actually spoken with her. I appreciate her work and what she does, promotes the right candidates, et cetera, et cetera. She also agreed to do my show. I'm glad for that. I got her to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. So yesterday she led a peaceful protest in LA, and a group of LAPD officers were outside, and they attacked her and they threw her on the ground. They shoved her. She was able to stand right back up. Luckily, she didn't get injured. I'm glad she held her own. And there were a group of other protesters that were there to back her. And there's a video that shows that the protesters are right here, the cops are right here. And basically, for no reason, they just decide to all just gang up on them, and they just pretty much just beat them with batons and just assaulted the hell out of them. Essentially, that's what they did. Um, I don't know if, to tell you the truth, and I almost kind of hate to say this on camera, but I mean, I'm surprised that for as brutal as a lot of cops are, I'm surprised they didn't just shoot a lot of them. But some people don't think it would have made a difference because, well, let's face it, cops are not held to the same level of accountability as anybody else. Police brutality just doesn't matter in a lot of aspects, you know? So, according to, and I saw this on Entertainment Weekly, and Jodie responded to the incident in an interview with Access Hollywood, and here's what she said.
You know, we were out there, we were passionate about using our First Amendment right to protest and to speak our voice and to speak up for our rights. We were being calm and as peaceful as possible, and things happen. But at the end of the day, I just keep saying I don't want to make this about me, and I want to keep bringing it back to, people are bothered by what they saw. I hope that they reach out and they start doing some work in their communities for police violence. Here in LA, there's a great organization called Community Control Police that's run by an incredible woman who does work on the ground every day for families and victims of police brutality. So if that bothered you, let me tell you, I've seen a lot worse. And so if I can bring attention to that, then that's the whole point.
Well, obviously, you kids.
I applaud her for having a response like that and for being as calm and patient and civil as she was, because anybody who has really seen and heard her podcast and knows that she can be pretty raw and direct and to the point. She's not always clean with what she says, but she's funny. That's definitely a lot more patience, a hell of a lot more patience than I would have had. I appreciate her keeping her calm that way. Jodie, if you're hearing this, you're a strong woman for that.
See that video, especially what prompted that interaction with her?
We were there protesting, and I was standing there on my bullhorn and had come around the sort of the back, and they were walking me through that police line there, and one of the officers grabbed the handle of my backpack and he threw me from behind as we were walking by, and that was it, And I picked myself back up and dusted myself off, and we marched for another 4 or 5 hours through the streets of downtown.
Now, I know that, the video was shocking for you, right? After that?
Yeah. Having been out there for the last several years, and, people who are really active in the protest community can tell you, that's really tame compared to what we see out there. I mean, I've seen people run over by cars. I've seen people, beaten really severely by all different kinds of people. So it's, being out there, what the risk is. But for me, I know that if I have a platform and I can raise the awareness about what's going on in the world, then I feel it's my obligation to do so.
What do you hope people take away from all this? Because this is all major news.
Yeah.
It affects millions of people. So what do you hope people take away from this?
What I hope people take away from this is action. Is that there is no action too small. Whether it's calling your representatives, whether it's getting out in the streets if you can afford to do that to stay united in mass protest. There's so many ways that you can take action. You can find these organizations in your city. You can help those families affected by police violence. You can help our LGBTQ family who's out there. There's so many ways to take action and help others that even if things don't directly affect us, I feel that with privilege, it is our obligation to then come out and use anything that we can to try and raise awareness.
And I'm sorry, my last question. Yeah. The video again was shot. Were there any words before, the whole incident with LAPD? Were there any words that was...
Not at that moment. I know that they had been, I posted some other videos of things that were going on of younger women being hit with batons and things like that. But there wasn't, we were there, protesting, but there wasn't really a lot of exchange between the police line and us.
You're all okay after everything?
I'm fine, and I would be out there again today if I wasn't busy working. But here I am, and hopefully raising awareness and again trying to just let everybody know this is not about me. This is about taking action. This is about women's rights, LGBTQ rights. This is about Black Lives Matter. It's about so many important things that are going on in our country right now, and I just hope people that they see this. If they're bothered, I hope that anger and that frustration urges you into act.
I feel that she was that calm and